Hi Peter, Phil Beever from the Wilderness Club. Just want to recap on our lesson this morning. So if we run through your swing, there's a few things that I know you won't like the look of. So this here, we can see here the shaft goes way behind you, very flat looking. Hunter Mahan swings it quite flat, but you'll see the club head stays the right side of his body. So here's his club head, and yours is somewhere out of the screen where I've drawn that sort of half circle. But if we just keep going to the top of your swing, we can see, yes, it's still extremely flat. Left arm's very low. You know, the hands are very low in the swing. If we go to Hunter, you know, he's one of the flatter swings of Matt Kuchar. We can see there his hands are still just above his head, where yours are nowhere near that. So, yes, you got a very flat, deep swing. I know you kept looking at it and wanting to change it, but this bit's the great bit. This is the bit what drives your swing. His left arm now is pulling in front, and this is 10 out of 10. You know, left arm there is parallel with the feet, club cuts through right forearm. If we look at Hunter there, at that same position, we can see there he's getting the same position there. Left arm parallel with his feet, club cutting through his right forearm. So we're in the slot, you know, so we don't need to change anything there. This is the part that I did need to change, which is your clearance. So if we look at Hunter now, already we can start to see his left leg. You know, look at him turning. He's very dynamic, very aggressive turn. And when he makes contact, you know, we can see a lot there of his left leg. I can't see much of his right forearm. So everything's sort of turning left and out the way. If we look at yours, Peter, we can see as you move into it there. I mean, for me, your hips are still pointing, you know, where they started, and your shoulders. So there's no clearance at all. Now that's going to make this next part of the swing look a little bit strange, because if you don't rotate, your arms are going to sort of travel actually away from you, and this is where you get this funny chicken wing looking follow through like so, and that's purely because you still haven't cleared. Your hips are still pointing over there, and that's why your arms finish extremely high. Once again, look at this right foot. Everything's very stuck. We look at Hunter again. As he turns through it, you're going to see his club comes out much lower than yours. Okay, that's because he's turning. You know, if the body rotates, the arms are going to follow, which is why the arms are going to swing to the left. He gets this lovely folded look there, and he goes through to a nice full finish. Now, he's a bit more flexible than you and I, and his hips are probably pointing slightly left. But all I want you to do is get your hips pointing down the middle at the best. So even when you hit a bad shot, Peter, just practice, just trying to turn them hips a bit straighter. Let's get that right foot up all the way. A little bit of stretching at home for me will help, but that would just, I thought you was when we actually started to get you to turn, you was ripping it. So really happy. I like the change we made with driver. We've lowered the loft. I think you're swinging it great. You know, forget the first half of the swing. This bit's not as good as it could be. Top of the swing's not as good as it could be, but this position here can't get any better. And then from there, we've just got to turn and accelerate, and I think all will be fantastic.